Hey everybody, this is Robin. My other character's name is John from Denver. From Pennsylvania. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? If my name was really Robin John the Third. I hear you, John from Denver. I hear you with it's easy for people to try to manipulate me because I tell you what I think. It's easy for the Jonathan Clecks of the world and whoever's behind that mask of John from over the wise guy, SJD, and all these people that have this authority in this world. It's easy for them, because they're the ones hiding, and I'm from the outside. I'm looking in. I'm poking my nose into their business. And remember, these are the people that they obviously know what's going to happen in the world. They know my future because they're watching it on a flat screen. And they spend all this time. So I look at it like this. How many people have tried to manipulate me, and how many people still are trying? How many people have been successful, and how many still are successful? At a certain point, time runs out. Whoever and whatever is still trying to be sneaky and manipulating all the way up until the end, well, your time's up. Your fun and games comes to an end, and it's over. And in the meanwhile, as you may think you're being slick because you're still manipulating me, and you Robin, remember this: I don't run the planet, you guys do. I don't have to do a damn thing, you guys do. I don't consume all my time and waste any of it by revealing the people that are in control of this planet. And it doesn't, there's not one person that's draining me and consuming all of my time, unless that one person is Satan, and Satan is behind all of your masks. And everybody I'm talking to is literally just Satan. And I'm plugged into this matrix, and it's just me versus him. Wouldn't that be disappointing? If it was just one person behind the mask, and they have all types of characters. Because how would I be able to meet everybody all at the same time? It would just be one person, Satan. Not that that'd be a bad thing, but you would like to think that people are real. So the point that I've always had is, I run the planet, you don't, and I'm sucking up all of your energy and time, and you're not. You lose right there, just because of that simple fact that, like Satan's minions. Yes, there's a good side of the government. There's an evil side. I don't know how you determine which one is going to be good or bad, as if there's like all right, everybody over here, we tell the truth. Everybody over there, they lie. Unless you're talking about the heavenly government and the hellish government. And it's quite obvious who's on which side because of where you live physically, either up or down. So even if the most evilest people that have been paying attention to me are still evil intent manipulating in the end, and they and they just think that it'll never, maybe they haven't seen the real of my future, how it pans out. Or some people are just going to go all the way to the end. They know what the future is. They know their time's up. They know they're defeated. But they still have a script to fill out. And they have to still fulfill that script regardless. But just because they know my future doesn't mean that they're ahead of the game. You only know my future because of what I had already done. And you already know that your time's up and it's over because of what I've done for the first time in my life, as you're watching it, as you have already watched it, and then you are seeing me do it live now. Because now there's live reactions towards people. So it's an honor, a high honor, to just drain people of the energy that they have and consume all their time. Like with Stephen James, he had already done his time. I've already bound him in a prison for almost, probably at least 4 years. And I think he's getting ready to get out. His parole date's coming up soon. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let him loose on the earth because he has a job to do at the end. His job at the end is to reveal the truth by not lying anymore. Because his job he was that lying spirit. He's the one that said, I'll lie. I'll go down there, Lord, and I'll lie. I'll do it. What? Just because you're a liar, you don't have a close relationship with God? No, you're part of the reasoning as to how the nation can be born in one day. That's what that lying spirit has been hired to do. In order to get, it's like I said, it's that committing that sin in order to eliminate the greater sin, which is a continuous, forever, eternal sin that'll be tormenting people forever with lies. So as you're lying to them now, once that's over and you repent and stop and see how it was effective, and and it just fooled the whole world. It teaches them a very valuable lesson. And on top of all that, the kicker is, I don't even care. I don't even care. Whoever is whoever. You know, because everybody is hiding behind masks and voiceovers and bodysuits and different channels, I have the right to accuse you of being somebody different. because number one, they're not being honest. They're hiding. So to accuse somebody of something, there's a different level of being an accuser. I'll accuse people who are evil, people who are hiding, people who are they could be good, they could be bad, and they have different face masks and channels. So I only accuse them of being somebody else. There's no malicious intent. There's no there's not even anger behind it or anything like that. But when I'm accused of the way I have been accused for all of those years with Stephen James DeShawn's crew, well, then I start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and I not call y'all agents. And then because I'm right, but I don't have the actual checks that are written out in your name, the money that's deposited into your PayPal account from your boss, I don't have that proof. Although when I just said that, it's the truth, but I can't prove it. And then that's why I would get attacked so much, because I'm telling the truth. I'm proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is true without any evidence. And that's what would piss people off, is how did I know? How am I finding it out? And what are you calling me an agent for? I'm not an agent. These are all agents. It's just the way it is. And family members at the same time. It's like you're blood related, because this is a royal family, and I'm the low man of the totem pole. I'm the one that was purposely just left off at the doorstep. Like, here you go, Miss Lip. We're gonna send him to the House of Ham. Mr. Mrs. Lipham? Yes, here's your son. Huh? What? Just call him Robin, all right? He's gonna be a ravenous bird from the east. So after it's all said and done, I've created the greatest friends that anybody can ever have when it's all finally public and you guys help me get out of this rut that I'm in, this pit, because you're all royal, rich and famous people behind other masks and bodysuits, and movie stars and rock stars and Bono stars and Edge, and you've already proven it, that you've taken my footage. So that means there's some kind of a royal bloodline in my blood. But not only that, oh boy, yes, 2 miles an hour. But not only that, the blood that runs through my veins is 100% no lying. No matter who Jonathan Click is, no matter which one he is, when I get on that channel and I watch, and there's a variety of Jonathan Clicks, and it's like this one here is genuine. This other one over here, what the hell was wrong with your problem? What's wrong with you? Having a bad day or something? Why are you showing my head? Why are you showing somebody that looks just like me with my head chopped off to the side? As if you're John Quinton III the Wise, who's always bird watching and just being vile towards me. And then the only reason I accuse John from Denver of being the other John, the creepy John, Wise the Third, is because you have the same extended period of laugh. Even though your laugh is funny and it sounds cool, it's like, but John the Wise has the creepiest fake laugh. That's a long extended period, because nobody's that damn happy anyway. How can you be that happy? Well, I guess maybe you are. It's different, right? It's different when you can go and do whatever you want any day, forever, whenever, however, whatever, no limitations whatsoever. Yeah, I guess I'd be laughing all day long too. But I'm not all the time. There's only one thing missing. the fact that I'm driving to work right now on Saturday, and it's just not something that should be normal. Or even Friday, or even Monday or Tuesday. Matter of fact, any day of the week I shouldn't be driving back and forth to work anymore. That's the only thing missing is basically my entire life. Freedom. Everything else, it's fine and dandy. When do I stop getting messed with? When do I graduate this boot camp overextended long period of time? I thought it was only like a 4-week boot camp or something, but nah, it's like 4 weeks plus 700 more. I don't know if I signed up for that. I thought it would be quicker than that. Oh well, I learned a lot. That's for damn sure. I've learned how to cast demons out of my own mind by being a punching bag for others to help cast it out of you. So, to John from Denver, it doesn't matter who you are. The character John from Denver, I love that character. The character from The Wise Guy to Third, he grew on me. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna say I hate the guy. I don't hate anybody. I just hate the lies. I hate the deception. I hate that. But the person themselves, you know, I get gang stalked everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, there's just everywhere I go. I can go work at the office downtown. My bosses, the people there, everybody will do a tactic. It's funny. I keep seeing one of my old bosses that is in there, Don Ventresca. I see it. It's funny that I keep seeing him, and he's just like there, like, hey, like, oh, hey, you again. You have a tendency of just showing up right where I'm at, and I swear he's a robot because he doesn't age. But always in a good mood. You can do an evil thing because there's a spirit running you. However, if that spirit wasn't running you, you're a good-hearted person. You're kind, considerate, you know, but you'll do a gang stalking tactic. If you were in your right state of mind, you wouldn't do that. The only reason you're not in the right state of mind is because Lucifer has been tricking everybody. And Lucifer winds up getting people to worship God because he's the one setting the stage for the worship music, and it started at the Art Museum on 3/23/2023. It's like a creation of this planet before the foundation of the world, opening up the doors of heaven into another dimension of time that proves itself out that it's true. It is. That's what it is. And I don't know if I can ever really tell you how it happened, but I know why they're doing it. I know why they picked my footage. It's just so hard to understand how I can hear a song. And it's called Who's Gonna Ride My Wild Horses? I didn't study the video or the words when I just knew there was a horse farm. I was on a U2 kick. I did that after the art museum footage. I knew at that time, I had faith that when I apply it, I'm going to see some things that are going to line up. But I get influenced to go to the horse farm because of the video that was already made 30 years ago. And then as I'm doing my footage, in my video footage is lining up with Bono's video footage from 30 years prior at the horse farm, and yet he's singing about the things that everywhere I'm going, he's referencing the turning around the corner and hopping on my horse and everything. And I was influenced to make that video from your video that was already made 30 years prior because of the video I made this year. And that's that circle of creation. That's that one hand washes the other. It's, well, who began, the chicken or the egg? Well, the chicken hatched the egg created the chicken. It's like, how did all that take place? I don't know. I don't know how I can be influenced by a pre-recorded video from years in the past, as I'm inspired to go to a specific place that they wind up taking the footage that I recorded this year, 30 years prior. How do I get inspired by a previous video in the past to create a future video in the present moment? How does that happen? That's just I don't think I'm ever gonna. How can anybody comprehend that? You might as well stop trying, because it'll make you sick. It's like trying to figure out how God always was, is, will be, and still is to come. I don't know how things have always been and will always be, and when was the beginning of anything. So that's where I can get 2 out of 3. I know they did it. They took my footage. It's impossible, but they did it. I know why they did it, because I'm the one that showed them. Because I am showing them what the truth is, and it's manifesting. And nobody else on the planet has done that, so that's why they picked me. But how did they do it? I don't think I'll ever know. But one thing I do know is all this land here, see all this? This is all, this is my boss's land, right? I said it, he gave him a good advice. All the way from here, all that, all this, all over there. And this is just the beginning. Probably like 3 years ago, I'm like, hey, Dave, yeah, considering the fact that you have the means to do, maybe you should buy a farm close by. You know, in case the economy collapses. That way, if it does, you will be self-sufficient. All this, all of that. Nine months later, it's like a birth. It happened. All of that, even this, still, we're there on the other side of the woods. This is other homes. But the property behind that still, even going all the way down to this, as far down as we're going, the property on the other side of those houses. I think it was only like, I don't know, like 3 million, not even really. The chickens, the cows. There's a horse and a donkey too. A horse and a donkey. And the entire place is remodeled and finished. Complete on the inside. Now, he could have been thinking of it before I said something, but the fact that it was 9 months later means it wasn't a random coincidence.